and it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to a full grid of Elite Tier. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it is. Yeah, we have every car filled. It's not all Elite Tier drivers. I mean, though that highly depends on who you ask, I guess, because we have Nitro to Elite Tier finally. And, well, because that wasn't enough, we did also just bring DJ and Catalina to Elite as well. So, yeah, here we have it. 20 cars. Yep, Tool is slotted into Elite Tier as well. So we're not screwing over that. And what a pleasure to see everybody around. Like, even the ones who showed up, like, from the regular drivers. Prosk has been there for race 1 and has been really excited, I don't know if he was excited. I was excited to watch him, let's phrase it like that. Felt like he was able to spice up the midfield especially a lot. And they're finally back this time around, after not making it the last races. Then we have Theo as well, who has not always been there, but has shown potential when he was. And yeah, I don't know. Rapid is not here tonight. Not that this is a thing I am specifically happy about. But it's probably good for the championship, given he has like 40 points of an advantage at this point. So, yeah, that's honestly great from a neutral perspective as well. I did not even see Ocean was in that car, so we have all of the top 4 Challenger tier drivers of today's race with us here in the lead again. So, yeah, you can see how they would be doing on Elite tier pace. And, yeah, we're into quali again. Let's see who makes it first. People are speedrunning through the line to get the first onboard lap shown in qualifying. And it seems like Kingsman is going to come out on top here. Almost locking up into that last turn already. And behind that, I mean, McLaren and Red Bull, yeah, that must be Ocean and Nitro there. Running so close together, I can't imagine that is good. Though the same can be said about Bats and Marcellian, though they are only on an outlap, so it does not really matter that much. Gonna be just ahead of Kick Sauerman Gas. Yeah. W rebrand, honestly. It should just expand the name for every team he drives for. Bats is just cutting the chicane to not be in the way. And we're continuing on with Mr. Kick Sauberman. Currently having not the fastest Sector 1 and 2 anymore. Jimsky is 0.18 quicker in Sector 1. And Nitro is 0.1 quicker in Sector 2. Other than that, it does look like a decent first lap here, honestly. Oh, Jannemann is 0.3 quicker in Sector 2, if I see that correctly. And, damn, Nitro P1 for now. Well, let's see what, the Alpine can do about this. Jannemann here, 23-2. Yeah, Jimsky's car was clearly entirely on track. And no issues there at all. Let's see Prosk here. That is running a little bit deep. Oop, and that is running right round. Well, let's see DJ. Eagle is currently having a purple Sector 1 as well, actually. Yeah, Hussein now cracking the 22s. Let's just stay on board with Seagull here, because I think he's cooking. 35 flat in Sector 2 is 2/10 quicker than Hussein, from what I can see here. May have an issue with Bats being in the way now, because I think he is on a hot lap as well, so Seagull's gonna get some dirty air here. Or maybe it's just slipstream for him, who knows. And that's a 22.7 for him as provisional pole for now. Let's see. Yeah, Jedi is gonna be yeah, on his way for quite a long time. So his time after the first sector, 0.01 down off pole level. Oh no, never mind. 17.4. That is still behind, I think. What's he after sector 2? 35.4. That's also not quite on pace. Yeah, he's coming through sector 3 now. Oh, and there's the invalidation. That is unfortunate for him. So that's not going to be his first time. And neither is MQ going to have one here. Let's see. Oh wait, is DJ actually? No, DJ is not on his way again, right? He's using none. Yeah, no. Mofa, in lap, question mark. Exclamation mark. So yeah. Oh wow, there's some wing lying around there. Somebody dropped their wings. Oh? Okay, DJ is coming in as well. The other Mercedes there is MQ. So yeah, this lap won't count, but on we go for the next one. Jimsky, 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. Huh? Jimsky's in the pits? Oh, he must be on the pit exit now, no? Yeah, okay. That's crazy though. What? Well, there goes a good starting position for Jimsky. Yeah, MQ's lap here, still online. And that's a 53-1. That is not too bad. Could be somewhere. Yeah, in the top 10 I think is possible there for him here. He gets the last sector together well. And that looked alright. Yep, 9th it is, just behind Nitro there. Let's see what Catalina can do. And that's a 24-7. So just behind Speed Racer there. So Jannemann is not cooking on this one. I was about to say, actually kind of cooking. Back up into P4. Lauda's plotting something, you say? Okay. Let's keep our eye open for Lauda. Whoop. That is not Lauda. Zack. Here we are. Yeah, let's be with the man for his first hot lap. The man who has been on pole for the last 2 races. Even though in one race he did not start from pole because he chose to rear-end Jannemann. True Alpine masterclass there on that one last week. But here, yeah, no, that cost him like 3/10 or so. Maybe a little bit less, but there is a little bit of blocking for sure. Probably not gonna be the pole lap yet, but of course, there's still some time. 8 minutes in qualifying is of course enough for him to go in and out once more after this lap. Some traffic up ahead, but I think they'll all be gone when he crosses the line there. And okay, I did not say anything. He gets blocked and beats Seagull by 2.5 tenths. That's crazy. Seagull on an invalid lap, Jimsky on an in lap. Hussein here. I'm not actually sure. Oh yeah, this is the last turn. So he's just gonna come around and improve, but just behind Seagull there. Unfortunate for him. Fanta has driven a banger lap apparently. Who is also driving? Let's see. Leo, nope. Mofa might be? Yeah. It's just a little bit down after Sector 1, but honestly, Sector 1 is really only... Yeah, okay, that is like the most unnecessary corner cut I've ever seen, probably. Let's see, is Yeast driving? Yeah, he's driving into the pits, I guess. Ooh, Bats could be. Nope, Bats is also just coming from a lap. And Speed Racer might be improving here. I think Marslian is out on track as well. He needs some time. Actually, I'm gonna expand the app here a little bit. Because with 20 drivers, I actually need more space. So, Marslian P4. That was long overdue, I think. Finally got a good lap together. Now let's see Speed Racer. Improving by 3 tenths just behind Prosk here. I did think Prosk was going to do a little bit better here, honestly. DJ is currently in P6. Yeah, maybe we're projecting our hatred on the wrong guy in Challenger tier. Lauda is a sweat. Yeah, he is. But so is everybody else, no? Let's be real. Who plays F1 other than sweats? Morph actually driving here? Question mark? Might be. A little bit of a lockup. But we move. Oh, the app is kind of messed up. It thinks Mofa is MQ and MQ is Mofa. Or they renamed themselves, but I doubt that one. I was like, why am I watching Mofa, but it says MQ is on 9th. Oh well. Let's see, Catalina. About to get to the chicane. All through that. A little bit late on the power there, but probably trying to prevent some wheel spin. Or even car spin, who knows. 0.5 ahead. Yeah, this would be honestly good enough to make up 3 positions at least. Get ahead of Bats, yeah. Very close to the line there. And here we are. 1 second quicker, P13. Very nice performance there. And MQ as well here. Going through with a good lap for P8 here. I mean, he's just about beat Janeman at least, but he's just behind Fanta. Who is next to the line? I think McLaren outlap. That is Bats actually, so... Yeah, we're gonna see if he can improve a little bit more. I mean, there is a little bit of a gap to him and then to Yeast, I guess. But beyond that, tiny improvements can give you so much. Like the midfield is really close together. Getting a little bit further apart towards the top then again. But everything within the... yeah, 23's area is like super close. It's down behind after Sector 1. Getting a little bit of a tow by Nitro. Moves out of the way. Adds like 1 or 2 tenths maybe. Nice hit on the apex there. That looked really well, honestly. Let's see if it reflects in the time as well. Yep, 0.3 up, so this would put him at a 23.98, I guess. So needs 1.5 tenths to gain 2 positions here. Last turn. Looks decently well. And that is 0.6. Ah, it's almost got Con as well there. Or Catalina rather. Super close behind. And now Nitro is the one on a hot lap. But not getting a tow this time around. Oh. MQ retired in the pits, I think though, so that's no biggie. Who we watching? Jimsky just went over the line, beat out Marcian ever so slightly. I think we're watching a little bit of Marcian now, and then maybe swap over to Lauda once he starts his lap. Marcian here, almost a 10th up after Sector 1 already. Which is kind of crazy considering it's really only just breaking into turn 1. And sort of taking the rest... I do think you take it flat out these days, no? The quick left-right. Prosk retired as well in the pits. Yeah, it's not getting out anymore. Lauda retired. Oh, he must have lost it into the wall. I don't think that's intentional. Wait, there is a Haas out on track as well. Is that Prosk? I'm not sure. Maybe he spun instead of retiring in the pits. The other Haas was in the pits. So close with the McLaren there. But Marcian coming over the line now. This is looking decent and it's P3 for now. Seagull has P1 either way. Let's see what Hussein can cook here. Ah, just ever so slight improvement, but not enough to gain him a position or so. DJ is on no ERS, so probably not on a hot lap. Oh, that's not what I wanted to. Yeah, Yeast is on an invalid lap. So, let's see Seagull. He can actually get 21 here. 2/10 up, but gotta have the last sector perfectly here. A little bit of too much of Latifi in that Williams. But if it's faster, it is not fast enough. He gets the 22 flat and really, yeah, nailing that pole position, I guess. Easton to the pits. DJ is also not on a fast lap anymore. So that's our starting order. Louder this time around. Not on pole position. Damn, and Seagull without competition really in that lap time. Half a second gap is what we're usually only seeing when Rapid is qualifying. But this week, yeah, it all came together for Seagull there. And nobody else was able to match him. Seagull Lauda front row, and then Marcelian Hussein in 3 and 4 is going to be very interesting though. Jimsky only P6 here, is super close behind Hussein and Fanta. Not quite enough for him to go that row further up. Lauda knows his race pace is better. That's not my Lauda. My Lauda throws in race every time. So. Oh, and Jimsky also gets a grid penalty. Oh, that is mega pain. So he starts behind MQ and Mofa, 2 Mercedes there. Well, yikes. I think, wait, did he just go out of the pits too slow? Is my question. Because it must have been that, because he was in the pits when he got the penalty. Yeah, illegal blocking, but it must be pit exit then, because he was in the pits when he was getting that penalty. Why is it light, by the way? Isn't this a night race usually? Or maybe we have this session set to fixed times, I guess. It is also very cloudy. I don't think I've ever seen a wet Formula Sundays Abu Dhabi race, but I might be wrong. I do also think, well, it's in the middle of the desert, so rain is probably not the weather to be expected, I guess. Ah yes, I was wondering why this was taking so long, but I keep forgetting that we're waiting 30 seconds now before we start the race. So, other interesting rain in Abu Dhabi. Something out of this world. Yeah, this would be cool though, no? I don't know, this would be so cool. Like, I don't think like this is a common thing, like that there is a wet race in here. Would be probably new to the drivers as well. Could cause them some trouble. I can't remember back when rainy time trial was a thing. I think there were like some Formula Sundays drivers battling for, I think, for F2 world records in wet Abu Dhabi or something. But yeah, okay. So, stats are loading in, and forecast is on 14% humidity. So as an FYI, it starts raining when the forecast hits 25%. So even though it's fairly cloudy, we're still a good bit away from actual rain. Tires, everybody on mediums, apart from Kingsman Gas and Catalina. We've heard before that this might be a two-stopper. Could be, could well be. All of them drivers are gonna get caught off guard for real. Honestly, this would be a funny idea to set the weather to like the reverse chances of what the weather usually is for a season. Because I think there's like set, if you put the weather on realistic, there's like set chances. And obviously for like, yeah, Abu Dhabi here or Bahrain or whatever other desert track, the chances are like extremely low. But then you would see all of these tracks in the wet for once. I mean, in general, I feel like a changeable condition race is just a little bit more fun to watch, because it's always like the question of whether or not people can read the weather correctly, whether or not they can gamble on the correct compounds and stuff. So, we're lining up on the grid. Theo and Catalina are gonna be at a huge disadvantage, of course, because they have crashed in the formation lap and thus will have entirely cold tires. Everybody is here. We are with the camera on Seagull as the lights are on. And they're out very early. It looks like Seagull got away very, very nicely. Let's see, Lauda can't go for a move at all. Does not opt to do so at all neither. Further back, there is slight contact between a Mercedes and a Ferrari. A Haas being spun around there. Prost is the victim of that. And yeah, apart from that, I think everybody got away reasonably well here. Let's hop on board with Jimsky here, actually, as he goes side by side with Nitro. Losing the car a tiny bit on the curb here. Seagull's trying to break the toe further up. But right over here is the huge DRS track. Train. This is where it's at. Ocean trying to get around the outside, but this is a mighty deep dive there. And not beneficial for him at all. So, race strats medium hard or medium hard soft. The game thinks it's a 3-stopper. Lauda didn't pull a Norris start. Big W. I mean, he kinda did. Seagull is already gone into, I don't know, next century. The gap is huge. Maybe Lauda is a Williams sleeper agent. Nitro there, running a little bit deep, being overtaken by Theo, who I would have thought could qualify better than what he did as well. He is shown good race pace in the past. We're gonna see him move through the field here. Challenger tier driver DJ here, the race winner, currently in 9th, but I think he's gonna get gobbled up by Jimsky fairly quickly. Oh, Theo there, almost losing his car entirely. Was a really close call. And I don't know, let's just jump further down here maybe a little bit, because these guys are all within 0.3. Catalina holding strong on the inside. And Speed Racer pulls back into the slipstream. Kingsman might be able to go for a move on Bats here. These two, of course, former Challenger tier teammates involved in the infamous roadblock scandal, if you will, where they absolutely robbed Fabian. DJ has been overtaken by Jimsky at this point. Lauda is back with Seagull, so yeah. Must have just had a mistake in lap 1 or so. He's now back with the leader. And, well, that's the most important thing, I guess, staying in the DRS. Hunter, the only one who's not gonna get set DRS from the top 10. Currently 1.1 behind. Roadblock scandal. Yeah, so basically they did what Paris did to Hamilton, but like in extreme. Jump on board with Lauda. Lauda's not making any moves here. He's just chilling in P2 here. I don't think he even wants to go by right now. Oh, maybe a little bit of terrorism. Oh, who knows? He's definitely eyeing with it. But, yeah, no. Keeps it contained for now. Staying behind for now. Let's see, Luna and Catalina here. Battling. Slight wheel banging. And I think Luna in the end gets the better end of it. MQ almost spinning on the curbs here. This would have been rather dangerous. As Fanta has been overtaken by Jannemann in the meantime, who has run very deep here. Wonder if he can close up. It looks like his pace is a little bit better around here. You call him a fraud once and he actually finds pace. That's crazy. Maybe I should stop glazing him at all time and just shit talk him. So he can be Alpine driver number 2 that Lauda deserves. He's letting Seagull know that he is there with his sneaky touch, yeah. Just breathing in his neck a little bit. Showing his presence. So, Theo on DJ. Max Verstappen our move. Without the contact, of course. But yeah, that is clean. Clean and easy. And Seagull has actually been overtaken by Lauda. And now he can witness Lauda's presence live in 4K, I guess. As he's right in front of him. Let's see. Lauda sends him around the outside. Yeah, and that is too much overspeed for Lauda to defend here. We're coming close together there, very different lines, but all goes fine. Rather freaky. Yeah, finally asserted his dominance. He just... here for like one straight. Just showed he was there. Yeah, I mean, this is what you gotta do, play like the psychological game, right? I feel like it goes darker, but the rain forecast has actually gone down. So I don't think, like, I feel like the clouds are probably deceptive, and we're not gonna see rain here unless the number goes up big time in a bit. Basically, up until P17, almost everybody is still in the DRS train. Behind Jannemann here, who is the only one who without DRS as of now. Of course, with the top guys fighting here, it's gonna get better and better for him. Side by side here. Seagull stays ahead. Marcian having a little bit of a look as well, but Lauda claiming P2 for himself for another straight. Definitely seen some light. Yeah, there is some clear spots, I guess. I want to believe in rain, but at the same time, I don't think there will be. So, if this is gonna be a 2 or 3 stop, I think we're not super far off from seeing the first pits. Let's see Jimsky here. Was looking like he was just gonna go past Morphy, and yeah, MQ, there it is, the first one to go into the pits here. Let me look at the tire wear actually. So from what I can see, the mediums are roughly at 35%. Some are like a tiny bit lower, some are a tiny bit higher. He's gonna overcut. I think like MQ might be a little bit too early. Like, yes, maybe he can undercut here because he has free air. But then again, this is probably like at least 2, if not 3 laps from where you actually want to pit. I would think you would want to pit like something like lap 9 or so. So you have like 9 laps on mediums 2 times and then 11 laps on hards, maybe lap 8. Oh, Jimsky here almost taking the Mercedes out. And there's Theo on the inside there, making himself known as well. Lauda is back in P1. These guys are gonna keep on swapping around. Of course, because the leading car never has DRS. Seagull into the pits, he's going early as well. He said in the Challenger tier race that he felt like... Oh, what is going on there? Someone had a major issue there on the pit entry. Let us see the battle. Dude, there's a lot of battles. We're gonna be with these guys at some point again. But yes, I will be a little bit more Lauda focused if it allows. Typical Formula 1 director, yeah. Lance Stroll, what happened? Yeah. So Jimsky and Fanta actually must have lost out big time. MQ has gained a lot. He's now with Jannemann here. Theo and Mofa. I think there's a move coming here. It does look like Theo has more than enough speed. Outside line is not ideal, but you can take a rather wide line, take a lot of speed. You can see Mofa disappearing in the... Oh, nope, this was not what I wanted to press. There we are. There was some contact. Mofa has also lost a front left end plate. I wonder if this is due to that. He's gonna go pitting now then, I assume. Yep. Marcian and Hussein stay out. Lauda is in as well. He is going for hearts. Yep. Everybody is on hearts now. Everybody who pitted. It's gonna be all about where he comes out. He has just been overtaken by Seagull now. And he will come out right next to his teammate, I guess. Or rather, right in front of his teammate. I feel like this was very, very close. And Seagull has done it. He has undercut Lauda. Big time. Lauda has to respond. Yeah, I guess so, right? Like, he's only P2 now. If he wants to win, it kinda has to overtake at some point. Let's go battle for the lead here. Theo and Nitro swapping position here. Nitro going through there. All the Challenger tier chatters can now say Nitro P3. Get him to elite right now. Oh my god, and something must have happened with the East here. Yeah. Looks like a little bit of contact there. Maybe with him and Seagull. Nitro 3 second time penalty. Probably on the pit entrance. Yep. Now Catalina here in the Aston can do Lauda and Jannemann a big favor. By just holding Seagull behind a little bit. Why did Jan overtake Lauda? You gotta let your teammate go. I think in this case, they're actually like, they are just racing. Oh, Seagull. Verstappen R move. But clean. No contact. I think it's like actually smart to overtake with DRS and then maybe let your teammate re-overtake, which is apparently what happened here between Jannemann and Lauda. But yeah, they're both still in the race, so their objective is of course to be as fast as possible. Let's see Seagull here, Speed Racer. Next to 4. Lunar Jedi. Wow, holy send by Seagull. Yeah, but he has like so much more speed that Jedi can't even switch back. And this has been crucial moves by Seagull as well here. I mean, maybe Lauda and Yannaman don't really have to go through all of this anymore. Because these guys will have to pit at some point. They are ultimately on mediums. At least 2 of them are. I think Catalina started on hards. Rose risking it with these dive bombs. To be fair, this looks like a mega send, but I feel like this is just a very well calculated risk. And well calculated in a way that there is no risk at all. Like, he is not actually taking a risk there. There is no way the other car is gonna be there that fast. And, well, Seagull is being there really fast. Alauda. Terrorism knows no gender here. Catalina is also getting a little tap on the rear. Yannaman goes through as well. The Alpines are set free. And Seagull is just flying, honestly. He's now approaching Kingsman. Where is Hussein going with his tires? What is going on? Bro driving a one-stopper. That would be crazy. The rain forecast is going further down, so we're not seeing rain for sure, as it looks now. Yeah, Kingsman was honestly a very quick piece of work here as well. MQ is also like surprisingly far up still. I say that as if Bro did not almost win a Constructors' Championship at least, and did score some very valuable points in that season. But yeah, he's right in here, 7th, now has to get past Challenger tier driver on the old hards. That should be relatively easy. The care not to rear end here, because they're of course gonna brake earlier. Oh, they're braking at the same time, but the grip carries Catalina way further to the outside. Jimsky right behind these guys. Now going through as well. Let's jump over to Lauda here. Trying to get by Kingsman. And yeah, a little bit of asserting dominance is for sure needed there, but he does it in the end. Oh, and I think like Hussein's strat is not worth it. Like, you have already almost lost your pit stop, and I mean, he still got to pit, right? Like, Seagull catches, oh my god, a second per lap. Kingsman there being ran off the track, or maybe just ran off the track himself because he has a front wing and plate missing. Yellow flags, yellow flags. Who is spun there? Nobody that we see. Hoppala. Might be gambling on a safety car, but still. Yeah, I guess with a safety car now, he'd be looking real good, because everybody else is on fresh hearts and they can't pit to mediums to go to the end. So he would kinda just... I mean, he would not even gain a pit stop really, because if he pits under safety car now, he's just gonna be like 10th anyways. Yeah, Hussein is not right. It's a gamble, I think. Like, it's a one-stop strategy, but I think he's losing so much time that it is not even worth it. Like, he's almost lost his entire pit stop already. And he's gonna have to drive the hards forever as well. I mean, I like that he's going for like an alternative strategy for sure, but I don't think it's gonna be working out unless there's a safety car. But too bold, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. He's going into the pits now. I'm just curious where he comes out in the end. However, this is good for the race, I guess, because it got Lauda a little bit closer to Seagull again. Seagull was stuck behind Hussein, stuck overtaking a little bit at least. And thus, yeah, lost some time. Over here, we have MQ, Marcellian and Kingsman. I think Kingsman will get overtaken by both of these as he has no DRS here as well. Oh, MQ with a slipstream. Could go as far as getting past Marcellian here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I think this was more on Marcellian, but it's also hard to see MQ, I guess, because MQ's not right next to Marcellian there. Yaneman overtaken by Jimsky now. The man, the myth, the legend, also back in his Ferrari here. Kind of crazy that Jimsky has not been there for a year, honestly. Maybe time flies too much for me personally. Maybe I'm just old like that and be like, oh, was that another year already? But yeah. Let's see Theo here. Because I think they're gonna make a move on Nitro in a second. Time flies for everyone, yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, it does, but kinda, it is for real. Like, imagine, I can't say that shit, but like, I don't know, COVID is so long ago. COVID feels like a fever dream. It feels almost like it never happened because it happened so long ago. And yet this was like mega recently, like sort of. Almost 7, yeah, no, that's a little bit, it was like late 2019, so we're approaching 6 years ago now. But yeah, still, like 6 years, that's crazy. I've been working at my current job for almost 6 years now. It's also like, what? You tend to start your job as like a, I don't know, 20-year-old or whatever, and you're looking at everybody else and are like, yeah, how the fuck are people working here for 20 years or so? And then like you blink twice and you've been there for like half a decade as well. Yeah, that felt like yesterday, for real. Jimsky going on an adventure there. Not sure how that helps his race. Oh, Yeast retired. Oh, safety car, ding, 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 ding. Okay, so there is exactly one way this could help Hussein, and that is if everybody ahead decides to pit. The one who this is best for, wait, let's whoopala, look at tires actually. Kingsman and Catalina have not pitted yet. Medium tire from now to the end might be a tough call, but it is a call they can make. I do think Kingsman and Catalina will pit, because they haven't yet. They are still on the tire of the start. They are the two runners who started on hard tires. So yeah, Mofa also pits, but he is currently last, but that does not matter too much, I guess. Well, we're gonna see if Lauda and Seagull are pitting. For Hussein, this is like pretty unfortunate though. Like only 1.5 laps after he pitted. You don't think anyone would pit now? Yet all of them are coming in. Why is Catalina not in the pits? Also, why is she so slow? Oh god, is the game breaking in the pit lane again? So this is interesting. Catalina is like the one person who I thought would have to pit. Because of the tires. And he didn't pit. Kingsman is now on mediums. And Catalina is gonna get smoked. On what? Safety car just told them to go past. Seagull is... What? Ocean is in the pits. Ah, that's unlucky, I guess. Hey look, Ocean is coming out of the pits now. Catalina is into the pits this time around. Not sure why they didn't do that a lap earlier. To be fair, it's probably still okay. The game is tripping for sure. I think there is a bug with pitting under safety car. We had this last week as well, where it was another driver who had the same issue as Ocean. And like the pits were like kinda weird as well. Probably should report this to wherever you can report this, I guess. Either way, is Seagull now finally properly arriving behind the safety car? It does look like it. Codemasters. I said like it's Codemasters were bad enough, right? That they fucked this up so much. But it's like, at this point, this is EA. This is like the biggest gaming, sports games company, at least, in the world. How can they not get these things to work? Like, what is even happening there? Imagine this happens in a official F1 race. Like F1 esports race. Can't believe that this is the official F1 game. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, like, kudos. The game usually runs way better as its predecessors. Yeah, we had less lobby crashes, we had less people having connection issues in multiplayer. It's been, like, honestly the best of all games in the past, which says a lot more about the games of the past, I guess. But this bug, we had this on 2 weekends, pretty much on 2 safety cars, so like it's somewhere between the 50% and 100% occurrence right now. Like you can't have that, no? Like a bug that happens so frequently with multiplayer safety car. I mean, maybe we have to turn safety car off for the time being and like just have it VSC, but I feel like you're kind of losing another important element of the game then. I don't know, it's weird. Maybe updating deliveries and the drivers with a few performance tweaks and boom. Is this a recent update? Like, it must have been before last week though. Because last week we had the exact same bug. I first thought this was just like a classic Kurtzer being absolutely cursed issue. Or this safety car restart is actually probably like one of the best. Sector 3 is like so far away from the start-finish line. Seagull can back them up forever and be like really creative on the restart. I kind of hate the tracks where like the 3 line comes so late that you barely have any options to do something with the restart. Because look at this, like he can't go just yet, but he's gonna have like 4 turns to choose from for when he wants to pick up the pace again. I think it's gonna be out of this one, honestly, but we'll see. Nope, still going slow. Safety cars on this game are so ass. Yeah, I saw what happened to you. The same thing that Kurtzer got last week. Not the best restart here, honestly, for Seagull. He's not really gotten any gap. And, well, one thing it did do was put the Alpines under heavy pressure. Marcellian is behind Jannemann very closely now. And Jimsky was attacking Lauda briefly. Don't think there's gonna be a move for Marcellian here. I was about to say, this would be rather brute force, but brute force was indeed used. Train is running down to the hairpin. Oh, move by the Mercedes maybe, MQ. Jump on board here. Fighting with Kingsman, but staying ahead for now. Kingsman might get another chance here though, around the outside. You can... Oh, this turn is really lovely, honestly. This is so cool because you can move around so much. Like you can go around the outside and do an overtake. Honestly, W rebrand for this one. This area was so shit. Like the little chicane they had there. It's just so bad beforehand, and now it's like actually one of the best turns on the calendar maybe. Lauda's not wiggling like I'ma lock in and get his ass. Yeah, he's calibrating his target systems. The airstrike is coming. Seagull is in grave danger. Well, he is currently a good bit away though, almost a second. I mean, the Erastus lap is gonna help. Marcian versus Jannemann. And that's a W move for the Red Bull. Or is it? Jannemann this time around choosing the inside route. Marcian having a think if he wants to get back at him already. Side by side race here by Nitro and Prosk. A slight contact there, the Haas is drifting a little bit, but both of them remained in contention. Lauda fastest lap. Not a huge surprise with the two DRS zones he had. Prosk into the pits is a little bit of a surprise, now really far back. And Lauda is in P1. But for how much longer? Trying to break the slipstream here. Going a little bit slalom. So it's really only like one line change. Because that is, I think, what is allowed. Don't think you can wiggle much more. Legally. Seagull gonna get him back. No, Lauda stays ahead. Now this is where, of course, the car ahead shines here. You have a big advantage in both Sector 1 and 2 if you're just behind. Primarily in Sector 2, to be honest. But here it's a little bit harder to follow. Can gain you some ground if you are the car ahead. Because of all the dirty air. Ooh, Marslian getting a time penalty. That is going to hurt him. But he's losing so many positions as of now. 7 laps to go. Most of these guys are not gonna have any issues going to the end. However, Marslian is on mediums. So, yeah, he may struggle a little bit. See data from other medium runners. They are at around 20% tire wear for now. So it's only gonna get way worse from here. Hard tires, interestingly enough, also around 20% now. So the wear seems kind of similar. Also interesting is that Lauda can just stay ahead here. Seagull is not getting past him here again. Marslian and Jannemann do exchange positions here, and we could watch MQ and Kingsman fight once more. These two have met on this track once or twice before in this race. All of them part of this little train behind Marslian there. Really the podium's positions and then best of the rest with these guys here. Lauda just deployed sweat mode. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice for him to have a race win, to be honest. Podium is cool and all. Poles, all nice. But the shock if he'd just go and win a race would be crazy. So, MQ here. This looks decent enough to make a pass him, potentially. Super close behind Kingsman, and he's gaining rapidly. Kingsman still with the broken front wing here. Oh my god, yeah, okay. Okay, MQ just spontaneously combusted, I guess. That is normal Formula 1 car behavior. Yeah, cool. So we have another safety car. Great. Ah, what's going on in here then? I wonder, are these guys coming in again? Lauda with a fake out there. Trying to bait Seagull in, maybe. Hussein is actually going, because he was in too early as well. So he's gonna try and make a sprint for it on soft tires. 10-second penalty for Mofa collision with Speed Racer. That's crazy. Catalina also making their way in. And so is Luna Jedi, because I guess there's like no problem with just... Wait, what? Why did Hussein pit for hards? It's gonna be 3 laps. Just go softs. I'm not sure that was worth. It might at this point almost be worth to just pit again for softs next lap. Cars behind, all on softs question mark? No, Prosk is on mediums. Not trusting the softs to last 5 laps neither. What is the delta on the tires? As far as I can see, hards are at around 25% now. Softs are at 30-ish. Softs, mediums. So, honestly, the medium tire is not that much worse than the hards. Or, well, it's at least, yeah, tire wear-wise, it's not much worse. I'm not sure how the pace looks at this. But yeah. Hussein kind of shot himself in the foot there, I think, with the pit stop for not softs. It needed to be softs, really, otherwise he's not gonna gain this time from that far back. PTSD from Abu Dhabi 2021. Yeah, this is getting manipulated. Toto just explodes a car. Hamilton becomes champion. Another pit, that is Mofa. Not sure if Mofa is serving his time penalty here. Or if you even can. Oh yeah, you can. So yeah, that's kind of smart, I guess. I mean, he's also getting new hearts, so that's kind of not so smart, I guess. But at least he doesn't have a time penalty anymore. So, let's run down time penalties, actually. Everybody who has a time penalty flag next to them has 3 seconds. Except Nitro in 10th, who has 6 seconds, and Catalina in 14th, who has 9 seconds. But all the other ones are 3-second time penalties. Could have a look at fast lap. It doesn't do anything really, but Lauda is actually having the fastest lap here with a 25.4. Next quickest is a 26 flat by Jimsky. Eagle with a 26.1, and then after these guys there is a long stretch of nothing. Oh, safety car coming in this lap. Telling us a little bit later than before, because I think it waited for Mofa to be in Sector 3. And we have Lauda slowing down the pace for the restart. Final restart here. Would be great to get his maiden win, yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, it's a lot of great stories here, honestly. The kicks are doing really good here in 5 and 6 here. DJ as his first race in the lead there looks really nice. Almost crashed into Kingsman here though. Safety car restart, I think, cleanly executed for Lauda. He's not under immediate threat, but he's not really got away neither. Like, it's not been a bad restart, but it's not really been a great one neither. Hussein on fresh tires is gonna have to work his way all the way through there. Goes for a really advantageous line around the outside. And it works, so can't fault him, honestly. Seagull vs Lauda for the lead here into the hairpin. Lauda's gonna have the advantage on the exit. And he did position his car really well so that Seagull could not get a good exit at all. Hussein here going a little bit outside the limits to get past Marcelian. Now looking to get past Speed Racer here. No, past Nitro. Speed Racer is up in the mix here with these guys as well. And honestly, I don't know, maybe Hussein just painted his soft tires white. There's a lot of wheel banging around here. Wait, there's a full-on yellow again. Severe collision with Nitro or Speed Racer. Something has happened here. We don't know what. VSC timing is now crucial. Of course, if you're like 1,000th over the delta, you're getting a drive-through. And Butts retired in the pits. After his crash, no chance to get back into good scoring positions anymore. Oh, what happened to Janneman? How is Janneman last now? Is he caught in that crash? Henneman must have been running 4th or so. Marslian has lost so much positions as well here. Now down in 8th. Hussein somehow is back up in 6th, even though he did not even get the right tire. Oh, Lauda and Seagull. Once more, banging wheels. Oh, they're locking wheels right here. Seagull's gonna go through on the inside. A lot of wheel banging going on here. Hard racing, I'd say, personally, but I'm not too sure. Did not see it well enough to give a final verdict. Kingsman here could be, wouldn't say frauding himself another podium, but he sure is in position for one if someone gets a time penalty further up here. Lauda versus Seagull. 2 more laps. Good turn here for Lauda. Jannemann retired in the pits. A really unfortunate race for him. Looked like he was set to score P4 for the majority of the race, honestly, and then probably got caught in the incident here at some point. Oh, switchback coming out by Seagull. Side by side they are. Lauda with no DRS, this could be dangerous for him as Jimsky is flying here. Contact between the two. Lauda's trying for the switchback. Once Seagull gets really far away here. Jimsky backing out of this battle here. There is a spun Haas, Lunar Jedi and Mofa crashed into him. Jedi is still alive, I guess, but yeah, this marks DNF number 7 in this Elite Tier race. Oh, Lauda almost with a spin. This cost him greatly. Oh, now Jimsky is a real threat to P2 here, and they come together, and that is it for Lauda's winning hopes here. It's gonna be P3 now, if at all. How has Hussein made it back on the podium? That is crazy. Currently DJ in P5, but he's gonna drop down to P7 in the end. And Jedi retired in the pits as well, so only 12 finishes is what we're gonna be having in the end here. Let's see if Hussein can still get P2. And it does look so. Potential counter coming out by Jimsky here. Oh yeah, this looks good for an overtake. Don't think Hussein can do much against this. Yeah, he's just backing out here. Oh, Lauda watches this from an external perspective here. Hussein slightly losing the car as well. Oh my god, and this was just a Hail Mary move. What the hell is going on? This was not DJ's fault. Nah, this is impossible. How did this guy fraud his way back to a podium again? What is going on? That is absolutely delusional. Well, a Lauda classic. At least it's P7, I guess. It was looking so good, but in the end he just lost his head a little bit, and that dive on Hussein was just a little bit too fast. Too fast? Too far, honestly. Maybe a little bit too desperate. What a chaotic end to this race. Could have gotten Lauda P1, instead we got Seagull Jimsky 1-2. All of this for Seagull Jimsky 1-2. I mean, to be fair, we have Kingsman on the podium again. Mr. Kicksman is Sauber. Doing a little Hulkenberg again. But what is this ending? That is absolutely crazy. Alright, let's skip this stuff so we can look through all the stats as a backup. There we have it. So, Seagull, Jimsky Kingsman. Fanta P4 is also a crazy little beat he achieved there. Hussein back to P5 at least. Oh my god, I'm not sure if I can scroll through all of this. Right. Wait, let's just pull this one over here, I guess, instead. Because we did not look at the stats for very long. So, Seagull, Jimsky, Kingsman. Fanta in P4 here is crazy, as said. DJ in P6 is also kind of fucked up, honestly. Lauda at least got P7 in the end. Marcian, of course, has been caught in the safety car restart incident. Boah. Who is this in the Haas? Damn, both Haas have no names. I think this is Lunar Jedi, so Prosk got himself 2 points here. And then this McLaren must have been Nitro, getting P10 here. So both, or rather 2 Challenger tier drivers actually scoring some points here. Catalina just outside of the points in P11. And then Speed Racer here. Last survivor at least. Yeah. RIP to all our DNFs. This one being Lunar Jedi. What a race this was, man. That is crazy. I assume there's going to be a lot of content in the reports, I guess. That was wild. Yeah, I'll agree, Nitro. It was for sure wild. But yeah. It was also great content, as said. So, yeah. Thank you all for being here to watch this. I'm already looking forward for next week, because I think next week is Silverstone, but backwards. So this is gonna be a premiere here. I think this is the only reverse track we've put on there, because yeah, we wanted to try it out for once, and from testing it seemed like Silverstone was a good option. So when Silverstone was drawn on the calendar, we asked ourselves, do we want to make this backwards? And the answer was, yeah, we can try. So that's gonna be a special little something for you guys next week. So, yeah. As said, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for enjoying this chaotic race with me. And see you next week. Bye-bye. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.